Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. It's a Hay House product. I'm sure they have a website somewhere. And I know that Chris Ann has other decks. So if you enjoy her artwork, search her out. Do as you need. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. There is a website for this one, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. That way if you pause that and write that down if you're interested, enjoy. Okay. Aquarius. I haven't got the cards down, but like they kept trying to slide in. So I'm wondering if something is sliding in here. I'm already feeling like, I'm feeling like pushed. Like my back's again, I feel like I'm being pushed. Like I really feel like I'm being pushed here. And I'm not a fan. You know what? People might push you, but it still may work to your benefit. So let's see what happens. There's a colander there. I feel it looks like a colander. All right, let's get into it and find out what's going on here. Well, colander kind of gets rid of what you don't want. You can keep. Okay, let's see what's going on. Starting off, you got extremes with strength. I keep feeling like I'm being pushed. I feel like I'm being pushed. Like somebody's pushing me back against the wall. And like I'm holding my own, but I'm just like this. Who likes getting pushed back? Like I don't know. I mean, unless you're in some type of sports situation where you're expecting it, I'm not liking it personally. I feel like I'm being pushed. And I got extremes with the strength. Like people are pushing me, but I'm not giving in. It's kind of like they keep pushing and they keep like inching me back, but it's kind of like I got a lot of space here to go. So you can keep inching me, but sooner or later you're going to get tired and I'm going to get back where I need to go. Because I don't see you giving up. When I'm getting that strength card, kind of like they're pushing and they're getting some inches on me, but I got like 5 miles behind me. So maybe a couple inches at the moment, but you're not going to push me back all 5 miles. So I'm not willing to give up. I'm just not willing to let go. I'm like, I'm not going to let you go past and go these 5 miles. You're only getting me a couple inches at a time, and I'm holding my line. And I'm getting like the protection with the 7 of Inspiration, which is a 7 of Wands. It's a lot of determination with the 7 of Wands. And it's kind of like they're trying to keep you away from seeing something with that protection, right? Something here, I feel like you're dealing with like survival energy, if you know what I mean. Like somebody feels like this is dependent on them making it. They have to fight. That's the weird thing. They're pushing you inch by inch. They're not going to win. I feel like that's how I'm looking at it. Like I don't think they're going to win, but they're really over the top. You had that extremes card on your side, which I can show you that again. It does feel like they're over the top, and then this is explaining why. They feel like they're in survival mode. Like it's either fight or flight. I gotta fight for this. I gotta have this. I can't keep going without this. I have to win. And there's this need like they have to win. They have to win. I have to win. Just information at this point. Let's see where we're going with it. Growth is coming in and unexpected. See, communication, that's your thing. All right, so especially with Aquarius, like each one of the earth signs has their forte. Libra is about balancing things out, making things work out. Gemini is about seeing multiple different angles. Aquarius is getting the truth out of somebody. Like finding out what's really going on here. You know how to ask a question to where you can ask several different questions and people might not have any idea what you're actually trying to find out. And you can find out the truth. So that's the thing with Aquarius. Like, you know what you want to know. The person you're asking the questions to, which is usually multiple, I'm getting. Maybe not always, but they may have no idea what information you really want. You know what I mean? You're asking, is grandma going to pick you up tomorrow night? You're not even trying to find out if she's going to pick you up. You just want to know if they're actually going out. Like, that, you know what I mean? That may be like maybe find out where they're going out. Like that's actually where you're going. If you follow me, I think you do. Because I'm getting unexpected, what's the other card? Growth. And then this last card here of the Queen of Swords. Communication. While they're pushing you inch by inch, but that's kind of why they're pushing you inch by inch, and you might be giving a couple extra inches, but again, you got 5 miles behind you. So you're like, you can afford it. And you'll give a couple extra inches to get the information you're looking for, because once you find out what's really going on here, that could change the whole situation. The whole thing could change once you find out what's going on. I love this for Aquarius. I like how this is coming through because it's kind of teaching me more about you at the same time. Let me know if I'm off, though. That's why I usually say that, because I'm like, it's almost like more information is coming through. Like, you'll give in a little bit, seemingly, to get what you need to get to actually make a better decision. Seemingly. It almost feels like, kind of like giving in seemingly. Now, the colander. This is that colander card. This looks like a colander to me. Maybe it's supposed to be. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. I feel a couple of reasons why this is coming in. You're stabilizing it. But you've sifted through what's real here. You've sifted through it, and you're like, wait a minute, okay, wait. They're freaking out. They're afraid, like, they're not going to be able to be okay if I don't give in. But now that I found out why they feel that way, I found out why they're freaking out and they're fighting in survival mode, all they have to do is satisfy that need. So it's almost like they're afraid, like, if they don't win this, they're going to lose their job and they're going to lose their livelihood. And you're like, okay, hold on. That's why they're fighting me so far. They think they're going to lose their job or whatever. If I can calm that fear and not only stabilize it in the sense of, like, not only are you not going to lose your job, this is what you're going to get, and you're going to be better off. If I can just switch that perception to where they see it the way I see it, they'll stop doing this. They'll stop fighting me. They'll stop pushing me. And you have to bring it down to the base level. I'm getting purity, and I think that's why this card is showing up. We have to bring it down to, like, literally the base level and satisfy their fear. Calm that fear. You just got to find it out. I feel like literally once you find out what it is, you're like, okay, hold on. Because you get it. You understand why it is valued that way to them. Like, it's not about how you value their fear. It's how you see them valuing that fear. And you're like, okay, I see what they're afraid of. I see why they're afraid of it. And I also know how to move this around so that we can take that fear off the table. If that fear is no longer there, the whole playing field changes. It's like we're changing the whole game. It's like we were playing football and now we're going to play cricket or something. It's like a whole different thing. Whole different rules, whole different way of doing things. You're sifting through it. You're doing good. Literally, you just got to calm their fear and they give in to you. That's going to stop the whole thing. And I feel like once you get that, they're literally going to be like, oh, like, you're going to have to, like, explain it to them. I don't think that's a shock. And you're going to have to give them some backup, like, see this over here? See that over there? There you go. Because, like, you really, it's a fear. It's like, it's literally a fear is what I'm getting. So you can't just talk to it. You got to show backup for it, which I don't think you're going to have a problem with. This is what we can do. This is why. Here, come with me. I'll show you. And you do. I feel like you're like, yeah, because you know you have to do that to calm the fear, to shut down the fear, to remove that right out of the equation, or to take that fear and get right rid of it. New beginnings, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Inspiration is fire, fire wands. It's all the same. Once you do this, I'm getting this, like, makes things a lot easier with this, whatever this subject is, especially with this person. Like, you've taken off so much anxiety, so much pressure, so much fight or flight, that fear. Like, when you relieve that fear, that's like, sometimes it's like giving somebody $1 million. Like, you just kind of, it's almost like you're like, I have an extra $1 million, so here, you can have it. Not that you do that. But, like, it's that reaction, like, wow, you just made my life so much easier. You just really helped me. Like, there's a tremendous amount of loyalty coming your way. I'm getting that with the Nine of Wands, too. I see more of it coming in. Yeah, we got some good stuff here coming. New beginnings. I'm worried. The only thing that's holding me back a little bit, because I'm like, there's something here I want to touch on. I don't like the idea of somebody being needy or somebody running to you for the answers to all their problems. So in this moment, if this has not happened yet, because I know when some people watch these, they're like, oh, this has already happened. Take it for wherever you can take it. Do with it whatever you can do. You want to cultivate an energy where you encourage this person, like, you were doing pretty good, it's just this got out of control. And you're just kind of like, keep trying, you're very self-sufficient, it's just that got out of control. And you might want to encourage them every once in a while to touch base with you if they're nervous, but kind of encourage them to be more self-sufficient. Because I'm feeling like you don't want this person running to you with every little fear. I almost feel like somebody's going to watch this and be like, oh, that's why they do that. That's why every time something goes a little wonky, they run right to me and try to figure out what's really going on. Because I helped them with that, and now anytime they're a little bit nervous, they run right over. It's like, oh, I heard some loud bangs in the distance. Do you think is that bad weather? Do you think bad weather's coming? And you're like, no, that was just people working on a barn over there. It's okay, you're fine. And it's kind of like, you might be even questioning that at this point, like, why does this keep happening? This might be explaining where this came from. If not, if this is actually coming or has just happened, they're saying you want to really instill in this person self-sufficiency. Otherwise, they're going to be running to you for everything. Because I feel like you have gained a lot of trust with this person, a lot of trust. And I'm getting, like, you've gained a lot of trust, and I do feel like you like this person. So that's another level or addition to this. You do like this person. I do feel like this is somebody you care for, means something to you in one respect or another. So I feel like, I feel like even for Aquarius, though, if this is later on down the road and you're figuring out, oh, that's why they do that, you might have to have a few talks and start moving them in a different direction to where they're more self-sufficient and you're giving them the confidence, kind of like, instead of running to me hearing some sound in the distance, try to search that sound out first. Where did it come from? What is over there? Do you see clouds? Is somebody working on something over there? Is there somebody else doing something over in that direction? Let's think about it before we come to me. And you know how you need to talk to that. Because I see them, sovereignty with the Page of Swords, voices is air, swords are air, that's why I'm saying that. They just feel like you are their safe haven. Like, if I'm nervous, I just got to talk to the Aquarius, and the Aquarius will tell me what's really going on. The Aquarius will help me figure it out. And it's not like you can't, but you want this energy to be more self-sufficient. Kind of like, if you hear a noise in the distance and you see clouds and it looks a little dark over in the distance, okay, come over and ask me, and I'll look it up. Maybe I'll go online and see if there's a storm coming. Fair enough. But again, if you have an idea, oh, it's probably people working on the barn over there, that it wasn't really thunder, it was just a really loud noise, let's just keep it in the back of your mind, but keep doing what you're doing and don't worry about it as much. I know this seems simple, but I know it just seems like that's going to make a point. The Muse of Inspiration is also known as the King of Wands. Same energy, I just love how this deck puts that forward, kind of like, don't be dependent on a gender. It's not gender specific. Even though I'm the type of person that reads the King and Queen as equals. That's the point here. Like, this is a very strong energy moving forward on its own. It's like this situation's going to take a life of its own. And when I'm getting this fire energy, it could be in direct contrast to your energy, because like Leo and Aquarius are opposites. So I'm just getting a lot of action here. A lot of action without enough thought might bother you. It depends on what you're thinking from it. The hunger is what I'm really connecting to. Like, things might keep going forward. This person might have a pattern. They might really start developing a deeper and deeper pattern where they're just kind of constantly touching base with you. I just feel like this. I feel like somebody's like texting me like 3 or 4 times a day, maybe more, constantly touching base. Do you think this was a good idea? Do you think that's a good decision? What do you think is going to happen here? I just feel like it might get really kind of like you don't have the time for all these questions. Once a day, maybe even twice might be okay, but like when it's multiple times over and over, and you're just kind of like, some of these questions are so minimal that they really shouldn't even be asking me. They should be figuring them out for themselves. Like, I feel like we want to nip this in the bud, obviously, but they might, if you know at least where it came from, I don't know, something like, there's something for this, I get this, but like, I feel like for a lot of you, this is like before you get into that situation. Don't get into that situation. For others of you, you're looking back like, I don't understand why this person keeps doing this to me. You might have to deconstruct something from the past. I think that's the point. You might have to deconstruct something from the past and rebuild that and kind of get them on a better track so they're not constantly coming to you for small questions. I mean, we all have problems. We all have our hang-ups. You know, every sign has its good and bad energy, right? But I'm getting with this, it's kind of like, if you can identify where it literally came from and just deconstruct it and rebuild it if you need to, it's going to be the easiest way to change it. The most effortless way where you can just kind of move on from it. Especially if you're one of those people where this has happened in the past and this is how this energy is currently treating you, and you're like, I've tried to fix it, it doesn't seem to work. It's almost like they're giving you this heads up, like, remember when this started? Remember that one moment where that person was in complete fear and you fixed that? You want to go back to that, deconstruct it and rebuild it in a way that's not going to drive you crazy. Again, if this hasn't happened yet, they're just giving you a heads up. Before it happens, don't let this go into a place that's going to drive you nuts. Just teach this person to be more self-sufficient. You still want them to come to you for big questions. I get that. You know how to do that. I think we're good. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. I've also added the tip information below. Some people have asked for me to do that, so I've done that. So if you'd like to, thank you. If you don't, still good. Thank you for watching either way. Have a good day.